And this is completely like a lot of people struggle with this, obviously, like shiny object syndrome. And
Yeah.
there's this one girl in the group. She just admitted that, and it's completely understandable. And I'm like very proud of her. She admitted this, but she was saying that like the reason she keeps jumping from thing to thing is because she feels like as she gets older, she needs to like know more than everybody else, and therefore the way to uh, accomplish that is just by buying course after course after course. But the number one thing I can tell you, even if you weren't interested in email copy and you want to do something completely different, like, I don't know, dancing on like TikTok videos, like sticking to one thing is super important. And jumping from thing to thing to thing is exactly what keeps people in the same spot. So like you're not abnormal that you've kind of jumped around a little bit. That's okay. But I just want to let you know that like whatever you settle on, just stick with that thing. Because the more your focus diverts, you can't really get good at that thing. And it might seem boring, but like the boring things are what make money, right? So like if I get really good at one skill,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be able to repeat that skill very well. Like I've been on so many of these 30-minute calls that you're on right now that I know exactly what to say. And like for me, sometimes it gets boring because people have the same exact questions, but it works and it gets people results because I just repeat the same thing for people. So keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
It's okay that you've kind of like hopped around to these things, but at some point there's like if you take a bunch of courses, there's only so much more that you can know. And like your level of learning, like at the beginning is like this, but then it kind of tapers off. Whereas the level of like income when you start acting on it can like go up. You know what I mean? So it's like for
Oh,
every
100%.
hour you spend, if you spend that hour like learning, maybe you only get 5% better, which is still quite a bit. But maybe you could grow your income by like 50%. In the realm of email copy, because you probably don't have a lot of clients right now. So if you don't, then you're technically the first client you get, your income would grow indefinitely. Whereas compared to like taking another course, maybe your knowledge would grow like 5 or 10%. So anyway, we'll try to like knock out some of those things, but focus is the main word. So like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates were both asked one time at a dinner party to write down one word that they thought was the key to their success. They didn't even look at each other. They just wrote down the word focus. And then they're like, oh, like we wrote down the same word. And that's why. So